Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the author, Andrew Snorton, and you're joining me for the Fast 15, as we typically do on Wednesdays at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We take about 15 minutes to pause, check up, check in, enjoy a note from any of my books or audio books. And as you're aware, the first Wednesday of each month, we'll pull a selection from a guest author. And then we'll close out with a couple of announcements and words of encouragement. As you guys know, when life is lifing, you can't always wait till the end of the day or the beginning of the next day to kind of pause and reboot and refresh. So if that sounds like you or anyone you know, hopefully, during this moment, it's a time for you to kind of do a reset, but it also helps me to do a reset. So to stay connected with me, make sure to add me on Instagram at AuthorASnorton. And when you click on the link in the bio, it'll take you to my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. And then from there, you can navigate through. Check out the newsletter, which comes out twice each month. Check me out on all your other social media platforms, mainly Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You can check out any of the interviews I've done with different media outlets. Info on the coffee brand, which I'm enjoying right now. So the Author Andrew Snorton blend in collaboration with Fonte's Coffee. Yes, I'm enjoying a cup of the bourbon infused. And archival editions of my show with the Status Network, The Conversation Corner, as well as Lens Depends podcast in collaboration with Emery Rose Photography. So before I go any further, I want to acknowledge folks who are on here. Connie Dearman, Realtor. Hey, thanks so much for joining. Y'all, make sure to check her out, see what she's up to, and see if it's a fit for you or someone you know. So thank you, Connie, for joining us. And excuse me as I get a quick sip. There you go. Nothing like a real good cup of coffee. So shouts to my collaborative team at Fonte's Coffee in Louisville, Kentucky. Make sure to check them out. And we'll talk about the coffee, towards the end for the announcements. But before we get into our selection for the day, I always want to take a moment to acknowledge people who are doing well and people who aren't doing well. And I always start with people who aren't doing well because, like I said from the jump, life hits us in so many ways, shapes, and forms. And I know directly or indirectly there are people out there living with or living through physical health challenges or, mental health challenges or just health in general. Some of you might be going through some, financial challenges or challenges on the job or challenges with family or things along those lines. And we know that those things are going to happen, but it seems like you're getting bombarded. Like, it can be tough. It can be tough. So if that sounds like you or someone you know, we want to let you know that we acknowledge what you are going through, and you have every right to feel some kind of way, but don't let feeling some kind of way spill over into something that can hurt you or hurt somebody else. So if you're struggling with something and what you're struggling with requires professional attention, if you have access to professional help, please go get it. If you have access to informal help, please go get that too. Identify things that are constructive versus destructive, so that way you come back stronger. And, again, we're rooting for you to work through whatever life challenge that you're dealing with. On the flip side, we know there's people doing well. Some people might have closed out that sale or added to their book of business or learned how to cook something, or they're not dealing with as many bumps, bites, and bruises that come when you add a little bit of salt and pepper or gray hair. So there are people that are accomplishing something big, small, and everywhere in between. And if you're accomplishing something that is allowing you to grow holistically, holistically, I had to make sure I enunciate that and whatnot. Things are allowing you positive growth opportunities. So it's allowing you to be a better person, allowing the people you're around to be better and grow. We congratulate you. We commend you. You definitely should take a moment to celebrate because you know what you had to work through in order to get that positive gain. But keep it in perspective, feed off the positive energy, and let's kind of build as we climb. Let's help others just like others helped us, and just to maintain perspective. So those are always the little notes that I try to start off with. So for today, our selection from the day is coming from my second book, which is 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1. As some of you may recall, this is interview based. So I interviewed 9 different people who opened up about what their biggest daily challenge is, what they do through the lens of their respective faith, best practices in health and wellness, how they utilize their support network, and how they've changed their way of thinking that they still live positive and powerful lives. So the people that I spoke with from the faith perspective are of Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam. And the life challenges go from physical health, mental health, life after incarceration, self-image, all these types of things that people, quote, in some way, shape, or form are probably dealing with or probably are going to deal with. And it doesn't mean that you have to do things exactly the way that these folks did, but it gives you ideas as, again, doing something constructive that will provide you growth opportunities. So the selection I'm going to read from is going to be from Chapter 1, Lala's Land. The backstory on this interview is an amazing individual based out of Chicago, Illinois, who lives with multiple sclerosis. And there are a couple of things that she shared in regards to how she still lives a positive and powerful life. So again, this is her template and whatnot. It doesn't mean it has to be yours, but it gives you ideas. So here it goes. Consistent attendance at church, prayer, and meditation is part of what allows her to keep her approach on life as consistent as possible. Part of what allows her to understand how to live with pain is her consistent reading of passages that speak to the matter at hand. Any of the passages she reads focus on the following principles and premises: living with pain, living with a life of meaning or living a life of meaning, understanding that life is full of joy and pain, and taking joy in simple things. I'm going to run these 4 things back and then just kind of put a spin on it. Living with pain, living a life of meaning, understanding that life is full of joy and pain, taking joy in simple things. Now, living with pain can be tough, and some of you really might be living with physical or emotional pain. That can be a challenge when that stuff kind of surfaces. But we understand that, guess what? You know what? Like the classic Maze and Frankie Beverly song, Joy and Pain. It happens. You're going to have moments that are painful, and we don't like it. But we understand those things are going to happen. And there are moments that are full of joy and full of excitement. A life of meaning. We've heard this before. Life of meaning, a life of purpose. You can still do something amazing, even if you are living with or trying to live through something. Understanding that life is full of joy and pain, and taking joy in simple things. And for me, that's that morning walk that you've heard me talk about, where even this morning, it was a nice breeze this morning where I was. It was great to hear the birds chirping and all that type of stuff. Like, those things are cool. And you learn to slow down the moving parts and just, be thankful and grateful and appreciative. So yeah, when we're going through, I'll say, physical or emotional pain, no, that stuff is not fun at all. But you understand, guess what? Every once in a while it's going to happen. But you know that there is joy on the other end of it. So take heart, take root to those types of things, stand firm. And again, that's our quote from my second book, 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1. So I thank not only this individual, but other individuals who I interviewed. And I know maybe I'll circle back and do another one. But as we pivot and look at some upcoming announcements, on the press and media end, check out AuthorASnorton CCS. There's a great article on Kate's Club, which is an amazing nonprofit that focuses on those living with and living through grief. That's not only adults, but youth as well. So check out AuthorASnorton CCS. Click on the link in the bio for the article, and definitely check out Kate's Club nonprofit. And shouts to Representative Hank Johnson's office, as that they made the visit there as part of National Nonprofit Week last Friday. So make sure to check all those moving parts out. On the horizon, book signings. Yes, book signings are coming up. Let's see. I am confirmed September 13th. I know, Friday the 13th. September 13th from 2 to 4:30 p.m. Join me at Wake Forest University, the main campus bookstore on the Quad, Taylor Hall. I'll be there from 2 to 4:30. Meet, greet, chop it up, all that good stuff. Make sure to add any of my books to your reading library or that of your friends and associates. And of course, we'll have the Author Andrew Snorton blend coffee. We have that in decaf, light, medium, and of course the bourbon infused, which is oh so good. So shouts to the alma mater on that end, and what have you. So 2 to 4:30 p.m. September 13th. September the 21st from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Join me in Lithonia, Georgia at Black Dot Cultural Center. I'll do an author's talk there. I've done a book signing there. It's been a few years, but I'm really excited to be at that amazing space and place. We'll have a couple of announcements coming up as I got working on a couple little added things on there, but make sure to check out Black Dot Cultural Center. Go ahead and add and like them anyway. But September 31st, not September 31st, I'm sorry, September 21st, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. We'll have some more book signings and events that'll be dropping for September, October, November, December. Yeah, bruh's been working, for lack of a better term. Thank you to the Illinois Center for the Book, as I'm one of the authors that's in that state database. Through the Illinois Secretary of State, it's extended to those who were either born in the state of Illinois or who are Illinois residents. So many, many, many thanks for that wonderful opportunity. So that allows me a way to better connect with libraries, book clubs, bookstores, all that and then some. So shouts to the home state. Well, basically where I was born. I was born there. So shouts to that. I know there's other things that are coming up, and of course, make sure to like, add, share, follow, repost with any of the social media. Of course, many thanks to everybody supporting on the book end, the audiobooks, the coffee, having me speak, all these types of things. I don't take those things lightly, so I thank each and every one of you for your support. I'm trying to think if there's some other stuff on the horizon that I've got going on. I think those are the main things. Oh, and the bookstores that I've added, Bose and oh gosh, they're gonna wait. I gotta make sure I get this right because I know how sometimes I can get. But I want to thank all the bookstores who have I've added in the last few days. Marcus Books, which is located in Oakland, California. Excited to be on there. I was about to say Treehouse Books in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They've got a great event coming up September 7th, but make sure to check them out anyway and the great work that they are doing. And oh gosh, please may this work. Please may this work. Please may this work. Oh gosh, goodness. Hold on for a moment as I'm working through this slight tech issue. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay, so I've got come on, man. Make sure I have this right. Please. Oh, this is not what I needed. Yes, sometimes technology does not cooperate, so bear with me on this one. So, oh my gosh. Raleigh, North Carolina, it should be Bose Books and Brews. There it is. Bose Books and Brews. Okay, took me a minute. Bose Books and Brews. So make sure to check them out as they are adding my stuff. Yes, Bose Books and Brews. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry for that delay, but those are the three newest bookstores. So again, Marcus Books in Oakland, California, Treehouse Books in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Bose Books and Brews in Raleigh, North Carolina. Thank you, as you're the most recent bookstores to add me. There's more bookstores that are being added and more things are on the horizon. So thanks for bearing with me. So as we get ready to wind down, again, shouts to Connie Dearman, Realtor. Thank you so much again for joining. Make sure y'all check her out, see what she's up to, and that way, hey, that might be someone that you might want to do business with and chop it up with. So thank you so much. Thank you again to everybody who likes, shares, reposts, adds, stops by, pulls up, all that type of thing. You know, without your support, it doesn't allow me to grow. So many thanks. Shouts to fellow authors, including Risha Tanay, who moderated my author's talk at the Book House in Winston-Salem, North Carolina in January. She's got her debut coming up on August 24th, so make sure to check her out. Shouts to my friend Phoenix Blue up in the greater Chicago area. She is doing an event up in the Chicago area, so make sure to add and connect. That'll be my rainbows here for Risha Tanay and Phoenix Blue, FENYXBLUEINK. So those are two author friends of mine who have been extremely helpful. That make sure to check them out. And as we get ready to wind down, again, like I always do at the very beginning, prayers and encouragement for those in need. There's some folks that are dealing with some stuff, so just try to be kind and try to be cognizant. So as we get ready to close out, and I know I flipped the order around, but you know the intent. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious. Keep it moving. All of you take very good care, and I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Worst case, we'll be back on next Wednesday. All right, take care, y'all.